Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? It's Meredith with Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is day 14 of Holland America's 2025 World Cruise around the world, our Grand Voyage, and today is another beautiful day at sea. Come join us on this beautiful sea day to see what we're gonna do. So when it comes to sea days, C and I, we tend to be creatures of habit. We go to breakfast, we go to the pool, we have lunch, and then we'll do an afternoon activity around the ship. Shopping, casino, trivia, something, one of the random activities that ships have. But we cannot do that today because of me. Very unfortunate for me, I got a little too sun-kissed in Peru. I knew the South Pacific sun was very strong. I didn't think about the South America sun. And 2 days of walking around Peru without sunscreen, and even the pool yesterday with sunscreen, I woke up and I am in no condition to sit in the sun today. The people that make my pancakes actually noticed I was sunburnt and said, well, we can at least see you wearing your sunglasses. That was good. So it's pretty bad and it's pretty painful and it's just not going to happen. So let's take a look and see what indoor activities we can do that Holland has set up today. Now, C is currently at the study on the boats of the Bible. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I grew up in a religious family. We went to church every Sunday, did Sunday school, was worship leaders in Sunday school, did the youth programs, everything. I went to church pretty much every Sunday from as far back as I can remember to about high school. About high school, we moved. My dad didn't like that church as much, but I still would go with my mom. So, kind of religious family. I don't remember there being a lot of boats in the Bible. Quite honestly, I only remember Noah's Ark, so I'm intrigued as to what these other boats are. Not intrigued enough to go, but C is going to go. She said the services have been very, very busy to the point this one they've added. So it's like, you know how you can have some conference rooms and there's a door, and if you open it, you can make two little conference rooms into one big conference room? That's what they're having to do with the church services. They have been very popular. They also have tea and coffee and little snacks there for them. Or not tea, water and coffee and little snacks there for them. So very nice setup. We are supposed to meet up for this 10:30 coloring for adults at the art studio. The art studio is actually up in the crow's nest. It's a little room off to the side of it. Beautiful, gorgeous views of the ocean if you're out in the middle of the ocean like we are, or of whatever port you're at. I know we walked by that room the other day and it was very, very busy, so I'm going to go up a little early. I don't know if this is one of these progressive classes because they do have those where if you weren't in the first couple of ones, you're not going to understand what's happening, or it's like a series of things. I feel like it's just art supplies and pages to color. At least that's what we're hoping. She didn't really dig the watercolor class the way that she thought she would. So we're going to give this a go. She's very artsy. I am not. I was a music major. Not so good at art, but I do like to color. You know, I went to elementary school. You color there. They have also brought on 2 new guest lecturers. I feel like this guy was on our 35-nighter. He does a whole bunch of science-based ones. He was wickedly popular. I'm not a science person either. And then this is our military guy. He's doing a presentation about the Battle of Midway today. Now, I am a history fan. I was a history buff. I like reading, and therefore I think most people who like to read can get into history because it's basically just stories of our past. So I may or may not attend that. I know a lot about Midway. My dad was really into World War II stuff, so I ended up watching a lot of World War II movies, like the old ones in black and white. So I know quite a bit about it, but like I said, I can't sit in the sun today, so therefore I might go hit up one of these lectures. But the most major of the indoor activities today, the most popular one, the one that is going to draw the biggest crowd today, will kind of make you chuckle, but at the same time say, I get this. It is Holland's famous Cake Me Away. So, if you've never experienced Cake Me Away on Holland, which happens on every Holland cruise, I've never been on one that hasn't had Cake Me Away. It's really fun. They take a section of the buffet area. I think I overheard the head chef, the head Lido chef, because, you know, they divide out a little bit, but this guy's in charge of the Lido of where they were putting the cakes today. And I think today they're taking the salad line and they're going to move custom salad somewhere else. Because they have to line people up for Cake Me Away. It is like a ton of cakes, a ton of different cakes. There are cakes that you only get during Cake Me Away. I have a tendency to like Holland's caramel cake that they put on this one, but they do red velvet, they do the rainbows, they do crepe cakes. There's all kinds of cakes for Cake Me Away. So that definitely draws a massive, massive crowd. As far as the rest of the activities for the afternoon and evening, I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might go to the hydro pool. I'm not sure how that's going to feel on the sunburn because I have one of these that it hurt to even take a shower. But we might give it a try because it's mineral water. It's a little bit softer, so maybe my skin will like it a little bit more, needs the refreshment. It's a brand new stage show tonight. It's called Drive-In. I don't know about the casino. It's not liking us all of a sudden. I don't know how much we really want to play. I have a very strict budget per month with the casino just because this is such a long cruise. I don't want to lose too much money in the casino. The excursions are very expensive on this cruise because you're going to such once-in-a-lifetime places. So, I don't know. Or this afternoon we might just watch a movie in the room. Holland has a very extensive movie streaming that is complimentary. I have watched so many movies on Holland America. Yes, you have the movie in the Grand Theater, or the main theater, main stage I think is actually what they call it, World Stage. You have the movie in the World Stage. Today it's not one that I like, but I can still go downstairs, get a popcorn, come back up, and watch one of the hundreds of movies that Holland has. We've seen a couple of Elvis movies, one about Acapulco. I can't remember the name. It was pretty cute and funny. We also watched Blue Hawaii the other day. There's Barbie. I know the first time I watched Oppenheimer was on a Holland ship. So some of them are new run movies. Some of them are classic movies. Some of them are kind of geared at where you're at in the world to kind of get you in that vibe. They don't have Mamma Mia this year. I think I watched Mamma Mia a total of 7 times last year on the various Holland sailings between what was in the theater, what was up at the Lido deck for the ships that had the big screen at the Lido pool, and what we watched in the room. I became a massive Mamma Mia fan, which, why not? Who doesn't love Mamma Mia? But, guess we will just see where the day takes me. And then, Coffee with Kimberly. I might actually go to Coffee with Kimberly because today she's doing it with a dance instructor. He has a massive following. He is starting to go to all the major music events like the Rolling Stone Lounge. He was at the Sail Away yesterday, and he's really good about getting the crowd pumped up and getting everybody dancing. And we've had some fantastic Sail Away dances and things like that. And I think a big part of that is due to him because I've been on some Holland ships where, like I said, you don't even know we're sailing away. You don't even know it's a party, but he brings the party. So I might go listen to that a little bit. Alright, I got caught up in the room, so I was a little too late for Coffee with Kimberly. So I'm just going to check out the crow's nest. Maybe I'll do a jigsaw puzzle. So all the puzzles are ridiculously hard, so I think I'm just going to admire the view for a bit. Nothing but us and the Pacific Ocean out here. So I moved over to the art studio just because I didn't want to bother anyone. It is beautiful in here. Look at all the artistic decorations. This is nice. It's a nice little touch. Adult coloring, it started a little late, but it was a lot of fun. It's a neat little scene. She came around, she gave everybody colored pencils, pencil sharpeners. She was around for questions. People asked her what color combinations she liked for certain scenes. It was a really good time. I left before C to get us a table for lunch. Something I've noticed about these sea days, that lunch hour, the 1 hour between the lectures, it's packed in Lido. It's like a college lunch break or something. It's insanely busy. So I'll have to get us a table because it's caked me away today, and we tend to eat lunch a little early anyway. So, but the woman was super nice. She offered to hold on to my little coloring thing until tomorrow because there's another class tomorrow. So I thought that was really neat. She said, "Yeah, I'll hold on to them as long as you want." So good times. bummed. They don't have my favorite one, but just caramel cake. I had that on New Amsterdam over Thanksgiving. It's delicious, but still plenty of cakes to choose from. After an amazing day where I didn't do anything this afternoon, we colored, we caked me away, and then I watched a movie and chilled because Peru took a toll. Between the sun and the physical activity, Peru just took a toll. We had found ourselves at another amazing meal at the main dining room. Now, they changed the fish from last night. It was supposed to be grilled mahi-mahi, but now the menu says buttered cod fish and chips. But I checked with the server, and he thinks it's supposed to be battered fish and chips because he said it is fried fish. So, sounds good, but we're waiting to see what C gets because she ordered the fish, so he has no idea what they're going to bring her. Should be fun. Come find out what we end up getting. It's a mystery. All right, appetizers have arrived, and C has got something different tonight. She has the scallop appetizer. That looks good. Look at the little scallops. They're looking kind of tasty. And me, slightly boring, but I love my soups. Cream of chicken and leek soup. There's actually chicken in here, so looking good. All right, so dinner has arrived, so let's see what C actually got. So they took the cod and they grilled it for her, but it's nice and flaky. Look at how good those carrots and beans look. I gave her my vinegar because I'm not a huge vinegar fan, but it'll give her that fish and chips kind of feel. She never really ate the fries anyway. And then me, look at this fish and chips and peas. Look at it. That is a massive piece of fish. Look at how beautifully fried it is. And this tartar sauce is made in-house, so even better. Let's dig in. All right, after a fantastic dinner, it's dessert time, and C has got a raspberry sorbet. And for me, I went with the lemon meringue cheesecake with a blueberry sauce. Truly, it's like a little blueberry compote over here, but nonetheless, looking good. I like how it's like a creme brulee top almost. It was a fantastic night to finish off our C Day. Dinner was delicious, amazing. Every course, with the exception of the raspberry sorbet, that was really tart. But every course other than that, amazing. C loved her scallops, her grilled fish. Me and my soups loved it. The fish and chips was delicious. And that lemon meringue cheesecake was amazing. Then the show tonight was another new show. It was called Drive-In. Supposed to give you that feel of going to the drive-in movies. It was kind of funny because the first song they really performed was Be Our Guest. And so that made me chuckle. Being from Orlando and all especially made me chuckle. I've seen that performed a million times at Disney, but still very, very good. But I will tell you this. They did a James Bond set that was absolutely amazing. And the Grease set was phenomenal. It was really, really good. So it was a really, really great show. Now, this will end the first 2 weeks on the cruise, which means that tonight we were left a new entertainment guide for the next 2 weeks. It's interesting because they are actually putting Billboard on board and the classical trio on the world stage over the next couple of weeks for a show. We've also got a culture show for Tahiti night. Got some movies up there and a few other new shows. And some comedians. And they're going to have an event on Monday for the NCAA National Football Championship game. Weather permitting, or reception permitting. Reception permitting, because we're out in the middle of the ocean. We were also again warned by the captain today to lower the expectations for Easter Island, that he's going to do the best he can. We have 2 days, but safety is always in mind. We were also left a very, not frightening, but very detailed, this is how you tender an Easter Island note. Down to, and they're so serious about these tenders and having the physical ability and how tough this is as a tender port that it even has on there, they're not providing elevator service from deck 1 to deck A, which deck A is the tender port, because you have to be able to walk. You have to have enough physical ability to walk a flight of stairs, because they just don't know the conditions of the tender, and they can deny you the tender at any point in time if they don't think you're physically fit, if they don't think that if you're bringing too many items. It's like a massively detailed letter about how the tender process is going to work for Easter Island. And you also, this is different, I've never experienced this with all the tender ports we've had. Yes, you need a tender ticket to get to Easter Island. That is pretty standard for tender ports, unless you have a Holland America line excursion, which we do have one the second day, hopefully. But you also need a tender ticket to get back from Easter Island. And Easter Island has no restroom facilities in its port area, is what we're being told and what we've heard. So lots of talk of Easter Island has already started, because it is our next, hopeful, fingers crossed, stop. So we will have to wait and see if we make it to Easter Island, and if we make it on to Easter Island, and how this all works. Because not that the tender letter was frightening, but it's very, very specific as to that process, and I've never seen anything down to, there's a point in here where it tells you how you grip when they help you. You know, like when you tender, like the nice little guys are like, here, let me help you step, let me help you step. They want you to grip their hand a certain way to ensure that they are getting you up and down correctly. So very serious process coming up for Easter Island, hopefully. But interesting reading material, I guess. But with that, that is going to end the first 2 weeks, the first 14 days here on Holland America's 2025 Grand Voyage, cruising around the world in the MS Dam. Make sure you like, subscribe to keep following us along, hit that notification bell, follow us on Facebook, all the fun social things, and we'll see you tomorrow for yet another fun day at sea, where hopefully this Peru sun that did such damage on me will have subsided, and I can do some more outdoor activities. Otherwise, I've got some indoor activities planned. Night!